Welcome back, Short Kings. Today we're going to look at the Last Chance to Play, the official Last Chance to Play list, and compare it with our prediction video from 2 weeks ago. How right were we and how wrong were we? First and foremost, let's look at the whole list. We have Animal Well, Zao, Tales of KENZARA, Newer, Play With Your Food, Deliver Us Mars, Miasma Chronicles, Stray Blade, Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, and Slay the Spire. So those are the games that are officially leaving next month. So let's compare it with our video. We made a Games Leaving PS Plus April 2025 video 13 days ago. We gave you guys 2 weeks notice, so hopefully you've beat some of these games already. Let's go over the thumbnail real quick and see how many we got right. So we got Animal Well, we got Slay the Spire, we got Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, and we have Deliver Us Mars. We made some more predictions in the video, so let's go over that real quick. Alright, the first game predicted was Animal Well. We did say Dave the Diver was going to go, but Dave the Diver is not going. That's very interesting, because I thought Dave the Diver was going to go because it was an April game, and Animal Well is technically a May game, so that should have been leaving in May. It's interesting that it's leaving in April, but Dave the Diver is not leaving. The next game was Zao, Tales of KENZARA. This one is leaving. And then we briefly talked about Newer, Play With Your Food, and said don't even bother with that one because it has such a low rating. It's not even a game. The next game, Deliver Us Mars. So Newer was right and Deliver Us Mars was also right. So far we have Animal Well, Zao, Newer, and Deliver Us Mars. We even got them in order. Wow, this video is doing really good. So I didn't even bother making a chapter for them, but I did say Miasma Chronicles and Stray Blade were likely gonna leave, but don't even bother with them because they're not very good games. The big one was Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. This is a must play. You gotta try this one. I know it seems all cutesy and everything, but it will humble you. Like I always say, the difficulty in this game in the boss battles is like a Souls-like almost, and everyone loves it. Critics love it, users love it, and it is an absolutely gorgeous game. You should definitely play this one. And then we also mentioned Slay the Spire. So this one, if you didn't claim it as an essential game, definitely play it before it goes. It is really addictive. I kind of recommend you buy it later if you didn't get to claim it. So we actually predicted all the games that are leaving this month in order. We have Animal Well, Zao, Newer, Deliver Us Mars, Miasma Chronicles, Stray Blade, Kenna, and Slay the Spire. Every single one of these games was in my video from 2 weeks ago. So if any of these were in your backlog, I hope you got a head start 2 weeks ago thanks to my video. And if you enjoyed that 2 weeks notice, please consider subscribing, especially if you missed out on that notice. Now, personally, I have got the platinum from Animal Well and I beat Kenna and Slay the Spire. So those 3 games are crossed off. The ones that I'm working on currently are Tales of KENZARA and Deliver Us Mars. I wouldn't even bother with the other 3, personally. So let's quickly go back to the video and talk about the games that aren't confirmed to leave. So after Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, we talked about Doom Eternal. So thank God Doom Eternal is not leaving. It is staying a little bit longer. It's been here already 2 years, so who knows how long it's going to stay here for. Maybe it's going to stay here indefinitely. Who knows? We've never seen games stay longer than 2 years unless they were released as part of the original collection when PS Plus dropped. Now, again, I did say that Ubisoft games are not leaving, so ignore that. The next huge franchise was Wolfenstein. So there was Wolfenstein 2 and Wolfenstein The Old Blood. These games are also not leaving, which is good because these games are a little bit long. So I'm happy these games are not leaving, and I'm happy my prediction was wrong for these ones, which is why we tried to cover all our bases. We predicted every game that could go. I'm happy that we got everyone right that is leaving, but there are a few in here that are not leaving that we predicted would go. And the next one on the list is Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. This one is really fun. I highly recommend you play this one. It has a kick-ass anime song in the intro, and you get to change into different forms, kind of like Beast Boy from Teen Titans. It's really fun. It's like a SNES puzzle platformer. The last game we said that might go was Sackboy: A Big Adventure. So that one is not leaving, and I'm happy about that, even though I already claimed it as an essential game, so I don't have to worry about it. But in case you haven't played it yet, give it a try. It's really fun. It's a great platformer, and it's co-op. You get to play it with your friend and with your girlfriend. It's great. And there are some levels that are mandatory co-op levels too. So even if you've beat the game like me, there's still more to discover in this game. So let's go over the recommendations. So my number 1 recommendation is Animal Well. I can't say enough good things about this game. You just have to try it. Now, you might get discouraged at first because you don't know what to do, because this game treats you like an adult. It does not hold your hand. It just gives you some tools and it's like, all right, good luck out there. It's a Metroidvania and you get a ton of tools to rediscover and open up new areas. It is one of the best platinums, if not the best platinums I have personally ever gotten, because after I beat the main game, I only had unlocked like 4 tools, and during the platinum grind, they gave me 4 more tools. So there was like entirely new ways to discover the levels and move around in the game that weren't even available in the main game. So I highly recommend this, and I'm gonna make it the game of the month. So this is the game to try. So if you're part of the subreddit, let's start this game if you haven't already. I'll make an official announcement there. Play Animal Well. This one won't take you too long. It is a short game. The next game that I highly recommend is You Play KENZARA, Bridge of Spirits. So this game is a bit misleading because it looks like a Pixar movie. It's got all these cute characters and everything, but it is way more than meets the eye. It is almost like a Souls-like when it comes to difficulty. You have to dodge a lot. There's not a lot of health. The bad guys in the main game are kind of like typical of this game, but when you get to the bosses, it's a whole different game. It's gonna kick your butt and you are most likely gonna decrease the difficulty because it will humble you. So I highly recommend you start this one because you might have trouble in the boss fights. But it's a beautiful game. It looks great on the PS5, and I can't say enough good things about it. It's been here for 2 years already, so if you haven't given it a chance, start now. The beginning might be slow because you're collecting things and it seems like a cute kid's game, but trust me, there's more than meets the eye. This game is great. You're gonna love it. Slay the Spire. I know, it's a card game. I don't do card games. That's exactly what I thought. I didn't even claim this as a monthly game because I was so not interested. And then I got to play it on Extra, and boy, did it suck me in. This is such an addictive game that you're going to play over and over and over again. Technically, you can get to the end in like 3 hours if you really know what to do, but this is a game that will take hundreds or thousands of your hours away. I kind of recommend that you buy this game because it's a game that should be on your system at all times because its runs are very short and you can play this anytime. You don't need a crazy story, just the gameplay itself is so fun. I know. It's just a card game. Like, look at the graphic. This looks so bad, right? This has a huge rating for a reason. Critics love it and users love it. Slay the Spire. Highly recommend. And then if you want the short games, what do we call them? Micro shorts. We have Tales of KENZARA, which I'm currently playing right now. It's like, is it a Metroidvania? I don't know if it's a Metroidvania. A little bit, but not really. It's just a platformer, a little bit of a difficult platformer, but these bosses are no joke. Just like in Kenna, the bosses in this game really make the game. I mean, the platforming is pretty decent. There are some platforming for, say, collectibles and stuff that are almost impossible. You're going to try them again and again, and that will make your runtime way longer than it needs to be. But basically, you have 2 masks. You have a sun mask and a moon mask, and you have powers. So it's kind of like Black Panther, but not really. Just like the vibe is similar because it's like Afrofuturistic, and you got powers, and it's dealing a lot with the afterlife. But overall, I'm having a lot of fun with this game, even though it didn't get that good of a rating. It's pretty fun. I recommend it to play it if you've beaten the big ones that I've already talked about. And then the last one I'm going to talk about is Deliver Us Mars. This one is a sequel to Deliver Us the Moon. They tried to do something different with this one. Now, the first one, we just saw the back of him. I don't think he even had a voice. It was just like an unnamed astronaut with no story. This one, they really tried to do like the whole AAA thing by having a story, having an emotional impact and stuff. But honestly, the story is amazing. The voice acting, so emotional. Like, it's great. But you can tell that these guys don't make these kind of games. So like the facial animations don't really match the tone of the game. It kind of seems dated. I feel like they should have just left the astronaut helmets on and not worry about it as much. But the story, play for the first few hours. The story will hook you in. It's a really good hook. Did it deliver? Well, I don't know. Some people say it gets repetitive after a while with all this climbing stuff and the same puzzles over and over again, but some people say it's fun. Personally, I'm halfway through it and I'm having a good time. I love space stuff. And I didn't like the first one at all. I did not like Deliver Us the Moon. So Deliver Us Mars, I'm actually giving a chance. Anyway, that concludes this video. So overall, we did pretty good, I think. We predicted every single game. Animal Well, Zao, Newer, Deliver Us Mars, Miasma Chronicles, Stray Blade, Kenna Bridge of Spirit, and Slay the Spire. Before we go, it's kind of unfair that we're not talking about these games, so let's talk about them really quick. So Miasma Chronicles is basically like, it plays like an XCOM game, and this is what it looks like. Some people didn't like it, and most people who gave it a try also didn't like it. So I don't know if I could recommend it. I didn't play it, so I can't say anything about it, good or bad. I just read in a lot of places that had not good things to say about it, but I don't know. Maybe this seems up your alley and you want to give it a chance. Don't let influencers influence you. All right, and the other game in the litter pile is Stray Blade. So this one is kind of like a Souls-like. I don't even know what to call this one. But they try to do something different by giving you a story and kind of like likable characters. But the main problem people have with this game is the strength of these games is its combat. And the combat is where it's lacking. Like, it's unreliable, it's glitchy, and people just didn't like it. It had a lot of great potential. It's not a very recommended game. Let's just put it at that. And that's why it's at the end of my list. So anyways, that's the end of the video. So we have Stray Blade, Miasma Chronicles, Kenna Bridge of Spirits, Slay the Spire, Animal Well, Zao, Noor, and Deliver Us Mars. Again, I recommend you play them in this order if you haven't already. Animal Well, 1000% play it. It's one of my favorite games. Kenna Bridge and Spirits, I'd say 80% play it because it might kick your butt, depending on how good you are at Souls games. Zao, I'm really liking Zao. Deliver Us Mars, I'm really liking the story and the parts where you play as an astronaut. Some of the other gameplay elements I'm not a fan of, but I love being in a cockpit and switching on buttons. That's been really fun. And then lastly, Stray Blade, Miasma, and Noor, I'd say don't even worry about it. Anyway, that concludes the video. Be sure to subscribe if you also want to get a 2-week head start. So those who watched that video, let me know which one of these have you already beat? And how good did it feel to beat a game and then have it seen on the last chance to play? So you got 2 weeks of notice. How good does that feel? Thanks for joining, and until next time, be a friend, and I'll see you again.